Hello everyone. How are you doing? I hope tonight that the answer to that is wonderful. So, welcome to Tracy Creating. I am Tracy, and throughout this video, may you be inspired, learn something new, or simply relax while you're watching. So just pulling it up now so that I can see who comes in to say hello. And also if there are any questions in the chat box. All right, that's all good and ready. So just getting my gloves on now, and we are going to get into this. So hello Mandy, how are you going? How is your weather? I am so cold. So cold right now. So I'm just going to use the heat gun a little bit real quick and give this a little bit of extra drying. There we go, just give it a little bit of extra. Once it's there. Alright, so we are going to use the leftover paints from last night, which, as a dried painting, looks a little bit like this. So that's all dried. I need to bring you more my way. Okay. So that's pretty awesome. It looks all dry, but it's still at that point where I will not touch the surface, just in case the top layer is dry, but there's still wet paint underneath. So, but that looks pretty awesome. Let me show you what it looks like with a bit of light on it. So you can see there. Let's see if we can get you into focus. It's definitely that turquoise is gorgeous. I do like the lime, but I think next time I would add more yellow. And I like, excuse me, the purpley orange mix that came out through the lipping. So there we go, that's that one. Yep, freezing here too. Oh no, couldn't get warm yesterday at all. Today's been no better. It is a really cold time at the moment. That one came out really well, thank you. Yeah, I checked before, and apparently it was still, this is about an hour ago, it was still like 9 degrees, but I'm sure it felt like 2. Managed to put the photos up. Yes, I saw that. Yeah, unfortunately, glitter's one that doesn't photograph well, kind of like resin. So that's okay, but I saw them. Thank you for sharing them. So yeah, for those who don't know, I have a Facebook page where you can share with me and the rest of the crew who are on there. So yeah, that's creating and sharing with Tracy. Don't forget the E. If you type that in and search it up and put in a request to join if you'd like to join us. And yeah, there's just 2 questions. Very simple. Please answer both of them, or I won't add you in. So just yes, please answer both, because I don't like to not be able to welcome somebody into the group. So there we have it. Okay, so these colours this was the light purple. These are Montmartre colours. We have the turquoise in the bottom at the back here. The lime on the top is light green and bright yellow mixed together, approximately equal. And that's the light purple that's dripped in. This one contains magenta and orange. So now we're going to add these into here. Just kind of let that drain a little bit. I did try and pour it onto where there was previously some purple. Just a little bit, try and keep that orange and the lime separate. Also, as it doesn't make mud, really. Alright, so this one is my Spring brand house paint. It's a low sheen interior white acrylic house paint. It's from Bunnings. And all of my paints are mixed with, gotta reach it. Sorry, gotta stretch. 10% of Atelier pouring medium and 90% of the Australian Flood Floetrol. Then I mix those 2 together and use that as my pouring medium that I mix at equal parts with the paint. So there we go. Max World Entertainment. Good morning to you, Trey. How you going? Thank you so much for that greeting. Let me get some party poppers happening. Woohoo! Thank you, Trey. That means so much. Alrighty. So, we have here a shape of Australia. Now this is a rough shape. What I actually did is took one of the clear Perspex Australias and did just a much softer outline around the outside of it. I even kept Tasmania. So that's what we've done. It's 6 millimeters thick and I cut it out on the scroll saw. I was laughing with someone today and saying, I don't go clothes shopping anymore. I go Bunnings shopping. Absolutely. Absolutely. I was just thinking earlier that my little man used to say that it was called the hammer shop because of its red hammer. So, good old Bunnings. I love Bunnings. So, here is Australia. What I've done, very rough job because I thought of this at the last minute. I've used titanium white from Creative Place and just brushed on a light coat of white in one direction, dried it off, put it around the edges too, and then another white coat in the other direction. And that's what I dried off just here earlier in the video. So there we go. That looks pretty cool. I'm happy with that. So, all right. Let's see. Now that's surely drained in there enough for the moment. So we have a little mix of colours. Pretty cool. Tray, we're going to do a flip and lip. I just decided that. So I don't know if you've seen one of those techniques yet. So I'm just going to use some of this white to drop into it. So I'm going to tip it in from high up and let it drop in. And that way you saw the paint move and roll in with it. So I'm impressed. Wouldn't know how to use a scroll saw. Oh my God, it's so much fun. And I took a photo and I put it in my group, and it's got, because I took a selfie in that direction and I had the scroll saw in the background. Then I took a selfie in that direction and I had my miter saw in the background, and I had my ear protection on, and I had a mask on, and my glasses. So yeah, it was pretty fun, because my first thing was I felt like I was stuck in the middle, and there's that song, clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right, here I am stuck in the middle with you. And so I went, oh, scroll saw to the left of me. I put drop saw because miter saw didn't go with it. Drop saw to the right, here I am stuck in the middle of tools. I was like, I thought that was so fun. We'll have to go and have a look later. Yeah, absolutely. Steeler's Wheel. Is that who sings the song? The original? So, hello Celine, look at that. Hello gang. Totally rocking it, Celine. Love that. Hey. Yes, awesome. Cool. Alrighty. So cup looks pretty. So we're going to do a flip and lip, I decided, right? Yeah. Okay. Yes, you know, you can see the back. How rough and quick a job it was that I did the sides and the front surface. And I've got paint on there already. So, alright. Because it's such a small surface, I didn't want to risk plopping it over in a different spot. So, move you down over here. And see if you get the view. So I'm going to just kind of release, come this way. Man, that's got great suction. Okay, hang on. There we go. It's going to stay. So I'm going to have to hold it without blocking your view. Okay, so I'm going to flip, and lip. Woohoo! This is so cool. Got some great colours coming out of there. Alrighty. Just kind of using my finger to pull it to the edges. You want to also make sure that when you do odd shapes like this one, that you do plenty of paint to make tilting easier to get to the random edges. So grab some paper towel. Let's see, you want to come back up this way now. Alright, so we will tilt it because there is a lot of paint on there. So mostly down to Tasmania first. There we go. Up to the top. Okay. Give those lines a little bit of a movement. Coming over Western Australia there. And down over the Great Australian Bight. This is like a lesson in Australia, isn't it? Coming off the southeast Queensland coast now. Oh dear. Okay. There we go. You did well, green for Tassie and oranges for the hot areas. Pretty much did, hey? Let's see what happens when we torch it, because this paint does have silicone in it. So let's have a look at that. Yikes. Wowzers. The only thing I don't like are these white sections, so I might need to swipe a little colour over it. So that always is really good when you can separate what you've done and then look at it and go, okay, this is an area I'm not fond of, this area I love, and then you know what you want to keep and what you might want to try and tilt off. Looks like a green-headed fish. Yeah. Oh, I love that. All right. So I'm going to have a look at the paint that's been tilted off and see if there's any colours down there. I'd actually like to try and get some more turquoise if I can. So down in the bottom of the cup there is some turquoise. I'm going to try and pull some of that out. I'm going to try and swipe that in through here. Got another scoop again. Add it to this section. And then have a look. That one should be fine. So now we'll see what the torch can do in those areas and see if it helps it to not stand out quite so much. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. This one needs a little bit more white over it. So the torch that I'm using is a chef's torch. I found this in a specific kitchen store. I don't think it's specific, specialist kitchen store. And it's the refillable type at the base. Not that it's a mighty mess. And so you can just buy the extra cans and keep refilling it over and over. So that torch has been going for quite some time. I'm really happy with that, really happy to promote that. So looking good, thank you very much. I did lose a lot of my green. I could put green back over Tasmania, but I don't want to fiddle with it too much. You've got that, you got it from Spotlight. Awesome. Good to know that you can get it at other locations. All right. I'm really inclined to keep my fish eye. What do you think, Mandy? I think we're fine everywhere else. It's like the silicone can sometimes cause it to go straight to the bottom and that you can see the substrate in the bottom of the puddle, in the bottom of the cell. So that way, if you just have a look or check on it while it sits there and evolves, sometimes you can spot areas that it goes right down, and you can put a drop of paint into the center of it and that can help fill it in. Oh yes, you got it. So yeah, apart from just touching up the sides now, I did paint it white, but I would like the more colourful colours to flow over the edge. So yeah, so I also really like to say, if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. And also click that bell to receive notifications of when I put up new content or go live. And if you're enjoying the video, please give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment below if you're watching the replay, and share it with others. It's a fantastic way you can help support us YouTube creators and artists in all areas. So even if it's you find someone who inspires you or you enjoy watching them create their art, share it out there. I'm sure it will be much appreciated. Alright, so I'm going to see if I can move this across to a cleaner background for our close-up. For those who would like to help contribute to the channel, I do have a PayPal option. There is also Super Chat here in live videos. And yeah, anything is much appreciated. I have absolutely no pressure to do so. It's just, I know that some people would prefer that option. So, right, I'll pull it this way because we seem to have a darker section here on the table and lighter over here. So we'll pull to the left. Grab another lid. Where is the super chat? It depends on what device you're working on, watching on, Mandy. Down in the chat bar underneath, over to the right on my device, which is a Samsung tablet. Over to the right, there is a $sign. I don't know where it is in other situations. Laptop, okay. Then maybe at the bottom of this chat box, there might be a little square with a $sign in it. So, just options. Okay, so just using the stick to wipe off underneath. That's always good to do because sometimes it's that paint that is pooling in a drip puddle underneath that can also cause more paint to flow down because of the weight of that, and it pulls it down. Can't see one anywhere, that's okay. Might be able to maybe screenshot the view from a laptop and add it into the group or something. I'll have a look afterwards, or maybe tomorrow. All right, that looks pretty awesome. I think I'm pretty happy with this. The cells, they're kind of consistent, which is great because, you know, normally I don't overly go for cells. And now you can have a look at it with a nice clean background. Ah, found it. It's under the emojis. Oh, okay. There we go. So, alrighty. Alright, so if anyone is out there and watching and want to say hello, pop in now. We'll be signing off soon. Got that, Celine? Thank you very much. And yes, and any other questions, if you pop it in the chat box now, after our close-up with the lag, it'll show up before we sign off, hopefully. Great stream as always, Tracy. Thank you, Trey. You are wonderful and so very kind. So that looks really good. Thank you, Mandy. Let's have a close-up. Yeah. Oh, I love that. I am really surprised how much I enjoy looking at this with all those cells. Okay. There we have it. So this is, for those who aren't in Australia, we're on the western side now. This is Western Australia. We'll come down. South Australia is in the middle. Over here, there's a few states. We've got Tasmania at the bottom. Then we come up and there's Victoria. Come up again and there's New South Wales. And then we come up again and that's Queensland. And then we come across to the centre, in the middle, at the top. And we have the top end, Northern Territory. So there you go. Just thought I'd throw that in there. So, g'day, g'day from Australia. What more can I say? All right. So thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. It's been a great pour, great chat, and yeah, you guys are amazing. So thank you. I'm blessed and I appreciate you all. So on that note, if you have to go anywhere, please take care. Grab your masks, wash your hands, all the appropriate caring for yourself that you can do. And always be kind, be creative, and be fabulous. Bye. Well, thank you, Mandy. You too.